So I'm here to make this video to explain what happens when the sun goes into the 12th house in your birth chart. So what is the 12th house? The 12th house is originally ruled by Jupiter and Pisces. The 12th house deals with foreign lands, foreign travel. It deals with unfamiliar, unusual, uncomfortable places and environments. It deals with places of imprisonment and places of solitude, like sort of like maybe a hospital or a rehabilitation center or a jail and prison. It deals with these off-grid, like I said, low-key, isolated, unfamiliar, uncharted places. And yeah, that's what the 12th house is. It could also deals with drugs and spirituality, you know, because it's usually when you in a hospital on your deathbed or when you are in jail and prison or you're just isolated, you know, that's when you maybe become real spiritual and you want to get in touch with God or find a religion and stuff. That's when you sort of become conscious, when you're in solitude, when you're in silence, when you might be on death's door, you know. That's what the 12th house is. It could also represent our subconscious and stuff. So what's the sun? The sun represents our father, our ego, our soul. One of the major important things that represent our personality. It illuminates and brightens the qualities and traits of the house that it sits in. And it also sort of burns and damages the qualities of the house that it sits in. Because it's very hot and very fiery, so it can burn things. So when the sun goes into the 12th house, one thing that we would see, obviously, is that you will be introverted or you would be low-key. We would see that you might be someone who could feel so they might not be able to be their full expressive self in the city or state and country or home that they are from. They might feel as though that they might have to go to a whole nother country or a whole nother state or move and just go somewhere else where they'll feel accepted, where they feel so they can be themselves and be their full expressive self. That's how the sun in 12th house person would probably feel. Someone with sun in 12th house, like I said, they would feel as though that they can maybe acquire this position of power and authority and just really shine when they move out or maybe go to another country or maybe express themselves on a different platform, even if it's like on social media. You know, they might feel as though, oh, this social media platform ain't rocking with me. Maybe I need to go on a forum, Reddit or whatever, and build myself up or make my own website or whatever. This could be someone who would like working behind the scenes, being behind the scenes, being in a position of power, but working behind the scenes. You know, someone who's very important but doesn't get a lot of credit. Someone like a producer or someone like a director, you know, someone who isn't in front of the camera but behind the camera. Someone who's like a manager, someone, you know, like the manager of like a artist, a rapper or whatever. But you don't see them. The rapper gets all the publicity, while the person behind the scenes, they getting all the money and stuff. Since the 12th house can represent like imprisonment or like temporary imprisonment, temporary solitude, like a hospital and stuff, you can see this person maybe want to be like in a position of power in like a jail. So, you know, like a warden or a correctional officer or someone who might want to be a security guard at a hospital or just be some type of authoritative position in some type of off-grid place. Or maybe another positive side, someone with sun in the 12th house, they might desire to maybe, you know, they might feel so they could be themselves, or they may gain notoriety for maybe doing things like being the head of some disaster relief place, some disaster relief company, you know, like for Haiti or for when places get the flooding like Houston and stuff. Possibly someone with sun in the 12th house could have had a non-existent relationship with their father, possibly, you know. or the father, just wasn't really there and strong and present in their life. Someone with sun in the 12th house, they just feels that they can recharge and be who they are when they are in solitude. They can feel overwhelmed when they are faced with the real world and every day-to-day problems and struggles and situations and stuff. But yeah, someone with sun in 12th house, like I said, just very introverted. And that introvertedness could maybe incline into some type of spiritual type things, but that's sort of a stretch, a long stretch. The 12th house is a spiritual house. So this person might have maybe some type of sense of intuition to them, maybe prophetic dreams, or feel as though that they are just maybe connected intuitively to something and just find answers and find themselves when they are just alone. They might have like some type of subtle intuition that I can't really clearly put into words right now. But that is what would happen when you have sun in the 12th house in your birth chart. And I hope this gave you some good clarity and insight on what to expect on when you have sun in the 12th house in your birth chart. Thanks for watching.